Hey guys, Wade Willis here for Coach Wade's Waifu Wars Summer Anime Week 2 Power Rankings. Okay, and we're going to be doing this through the whole summer. And this week, amazing week for summer anime, and this might end up being probably some of the biggest changes to this power ranking that will ever happen. Some really huge characters had really poor weeks or just did not really perform well at all, and there were some newer characters in some of these new summer anime shows that really stepped up and were really impressive to me. Now, to start off this list, we're going to go number 10, and this is Sora Tenguji from Super HX Arrows. Now, I had a different character from this same show last week at number 10, but really there's been 3 weeks of this show, I think Sora is really standing out right now as, a really top tier waifu. Always find a way to end up in the main character's bed. Cute, kind of quiet, but really attractive, nice girl. That's going to get you in the top 10 a lot of times, and she's doing a good job. Will she stay in next week? We'll see. Maybe they're going to build her character a little bit more and she can move up a bit. Now, number 9, really a divisive character. Some people love her, a lot of people hate her. It's Amelia from ReZero. Now, she was 7 last week, and she actually, I thought, had a decent performance this week. And usually that would move her up, but just a lot of other girls had better waifu results, in my opinion. And how the end of the last episode, and guys, there's going to be spoilers of this, just to give you a heads up, but how the episode ended, she's like passed out. Are we going to have 2 of the top tier waifus? Some people had predicted they might be number 1 and 2 at the end of this summer rankings. Well, both of them, one's asleep and one's in a coma. So I don't know what's going to happen with ReZero. They're really taking a hit on this waifu ranking right now. Number 8 is Misha Necron. And she is from the Misfit Demon King, the Misfit of the Demon King Academy. She actually has a sister, Sasha Necron, who was like kind of high up on the list last week. She actually dropped out because she stabbed Misha this week. She is not in the list. Misha, try and true, she was 8 last week. Had a pretty good episode this week. Just the type of girl that's going to be by your side no matter what. And she has the potential to move up towards the top by the end of the season, I think. And number 7, Saphentite Neeks from Monster Girl Doctor. Now, she was at number 4 last week. Now, she actually had a really good episode, but she isn't doing enough to really make a move with the Doctor. She's kind of like, she acts like they're married, but like she hasn't actually like pulled a real trigger yet. So I can't really move her up that high. But there's a lot of potential in her. Again, she's a doctor, really cute Lamaya. She's very self-conscious though about like her pale skin and stuff, and thinks that the main character is always going to leave her for another girl. So that's kind of a little bit of a turnoff for me, and that's kind of what's holding her down right now. But she has a potential to have a pretty good season. Number 6, Megami from Food Wars. Now, the fact that Megami is at number 6 shows you how crazy of a week this is. Megami is a tried and tested waifu. She's a little bit neurotic for my taste, but everything else, she's top tier. Great with making food, really caring, great person. This week pretty much did not, it was almost like a bye week for her. She didn't do much in the new episode of Food Wars, and after weeks and weeks of waiting for episode 3 of season 5, it was kind of a disappointment in my opinion. But who knows, she has the potential to actually win this whole thing in my opinion, but we'll see. Time will tell. Number 5, Yui Yuigahama from My Teen Romantic Comedy. Now, a lot of people would have picked the other main waifu from the show, but I think Yui is just a better waifu in my opinion. She's a better friend. She's really cute girl, will do anything for anyone, and is very like intuitive on like what she can do to help people. And I felt like that really shined in this episode where um, she kind of realized that Hachiman and it's not going to end up with her, it seems like, but she's still being supportive of uh, him and everything. And it's just, her heart's kind of broken, but she's still doing everything she can to help her friends. And it is really impressive. And that's basically God tier waifu. I really like her a lot. I hope she ends up with someone in the end of the show because she really deserves it. And but yeah, she's at number 5. She wasn't ranked last week. She didn't really have a good performance last week. Number 4, all right, Arena from Food Wars. Now, Miss Godtongue, top tier waifu. I mean, cute. The new main evil guy in Food Wars. He's trying to wife her up. He's like 11 years older than her. Bit creepy, but whatever. And she's really like sticking up for herself. I'm really excited to see what is going to happen in this blue contest. So I don't know. She's just an awesome character, cute, like very powerful, strong person. She'll give you crap when you need it and kind of push you further, which is really what you need from a waifu. You don't just want a doormat. So she's awesome. But yeah, I mean, she's at number 4 this week, was at number 5 last week. Number 3. This is probably most people's pick to win the summer anime waifu wars, but she's been in a coma for like an episode and a half, maybe more, and that's Rem from Re:Zero. Like one of my personal favorites, but she's in a coma this episode. I don't know when she'll get out of a coma, but if she keeps having weeks like this, she's going to continue to drop down. I can't reward her for not doing anything in the episode. As a whole, she's a god tier waifu, but I mean, basing it on this season, I cannot base it on prior performance forever. So she's dropping down a little bit. Now, number 2, this is the biggest jump in the whole list. And this is a Mizuhara Chorizo from Rent a Girlfriend. Now, I had her at number 10 last week, and I had her at number 10. She's a really cute girl. Again, in the show, she's basically hired to be people's girlfriends and stuff, which on paper is not really the best thing for a waifu, but she is a very caring person. And you saw glimmers of that in the first episode. This episode, I mean, really the main character is like all-star dipshit, and she's still supportive of him and is willing to do things that she shouldn't really be willing to do to help and support him. So, like, you got to put her up really high. And she actually, like, flipped out and yelled at the main character's ex-girlfriend and put her in her place, which the main character is too much of a wuss to really stand up for himself, and she stood up for him. She didn't need to do that, but she did. A really great performance this week, and I was surprised. I thought she would maybe like move up slowly in the list, but that change from week 1 to week 2, truly impressive. So I'm expecting big things out of her, and that's actually my sleeper pick for best new show as well. And number 1 is the Alpaca Sisters from Peter Grill. Now, I thought they were kind of gonna be a one and done thing. I had them ranked number 2 last week. They're the only people like actually having sex in this list, and they're pretty thirsty. So I thought this show was gonna kind of leave them behind, and it was gonna be like Monster Girl of the Week type of thing. But they had a really strong performance again this week. Hooked up with Peter Grill again. Basically told Peter Grill, we just want to have sex with you all the time, and you can have a fiance. We don't care about it. Now, right now, I don't know, maybe it's a quarantine that's making, I'm like, this sounds awesome, but I've been in quarantine for like 4 months, so maybe if I was watching this at a different time, I would put them ranked a little bit lower in waifu rankings. But I don't know. I kind of like it right now. You can have those two sisters, and then they're cool with you having another girl. That sounds pretty awesome to me, and I gotta rank them at number one for right now. But I don't foresee them keeping it up. They're throwing, they're batting 1,000 right now, and I don't know. It's very impressive. I don't see them keeping it up for the rest of the season, but right now you got to reward them. They've had MVP performances basically 2 weeks in a row. Maybe Mizuhara Chorizo actually had an MVP performance, but they're up there. And yeah, they're the only one getting after it and really making serious moves. So I gotta reward them. But yeah, guys, that's my power ranking for the Waifu Wars for Summer Anime Week 2. And again, guys, like and subscribe to my page. It really helps. And I'm going to be coming out with these every week, and I will probably do this for the fall season as well. But again, guys, I'm Wade Willis, and this is Coach Wade's Summer Anime Waifu Power Rankings. So, week 2. Thanks, guys.